Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a very interesting and intriguing reading. I feel like we do, right? And so we start with the unicorn, and here he is, right? And before we begin though, Sagittarius, if you would like a free 5-minute psychic reading, all the information is below. And that is with somebody entirely different, right? And I have my own readings that are open, and you may see the YouTube here on my YouTube page. Please see the About tab and go from there. Thank you. So let's get into it. The unicorn starts here, Sagittarius, and he's standing in front of the moon, right? And I really love his horn here because, you know, it kind of looks like, you know, those candies, kind of, you know, the swirl candies that I never eat, right? That I don't even like. So there you go on that, right? But the unicorn talks about somebody who is awakened, but it's possible at one time, you know, they kind of thought, well, is my intuition real? You know, do I have any control toward my destiny, right? Or in my life, right? Is fate and destiny real? So this person knows it is. It's possible that they were wavering on this. Maybe this is you, just to understand in the reading that these energies may be yours or theirs, right? And that is unknown from me, typically because because this is about you and somebody else, right? So we have that, and that is somebody who believes in a magical, kind of a magical life, and it's showing up with the turtle. The turtle is somebody who is very earthy and grounded and trusting. And this person is at home with themselves, right? Which is what everybody needs to be. You could say, I'm sitting here in my, you know, in my pajamas. I'm at home with myself. No, it doesn't mean that. And so this talks about somebody who is feeling peaceful, adventurous, and productive. That is the state of the turtle. Now, this turtle here talks about somebody who is, you know, able to ground themselves. This is an earth and a water energy together. In other words, very grounded, but at the same time, trusting in the universe, trusting in their intuition. This is basically kind of like the divine feminine and masculine combined, and this is what everybody needs in this lifetime. Yes, they do. And you don't learn it at school. No, you don't. You don't learn life skills over there. That's why sometimes you will meet somebody who has, you know, 5 degrees, and you're like, well, okay, it's good. I'm glad you know how to do your job, but in the thick of things, or we need life skills. Of course we do, right? Yeah, that's great, because some people have use their degrees for, you know, their doctors or whatever they are, and that's great, right? So let's get back to this though. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. So they're talking about a strong relationship with earth and water, right? No matter where their travels lead them. So somebody is, you know, connecting to the deeper truths of life. I believe it's your person. Turtle energies behind all graders and writers and storytellers and philosophers, of course, as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. Yeah, it's interesting how it's hard to be any type of a philosopher or a storyteller if you have no experiences, right? This is usually why we don't see a 6-year-old becoming a philosopher. No, we don't. And if if that ever happens, I hope you're not going to believe it, because anything's possible these days. Yeah, because of because of things we're not going to discuss here. And these experiences, as they collect them, are used for later use. Of course they are. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. Somebody here is telling their own true tale about their own life, about their own spiritual journey. It's very deep. I believe this is your person. Here's the Ice Queen. So it's possible this person has really suffered, or they have removed somebody from their life who is very sad here, because once you begin to tell your own true tale, a lot of things are removed by the universe from your life. People, jobs, careers, friends, or people that you thought were your friends, and things like that. Yeah, and so we have your lighthouse guide you home to the stars. So we see here that somebody has most likely gone through an awakening and their lighthouse is guiding them. You may be their home, right? You may be like what the lighthouse is guiding them home to. It's possible, Sagittarius. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay. So this cup here, it's a cup of love, and it's being poured onto right here onto this onto the earth, right? So, but it's hard to difficult. You may not pour from an empty cup, right? This talks about somebody who kind of suffered here with this Ice Queen, uh, or knowing that wherever they were at, they were not feeling whole, so it was hard for them to give. And there's a transcendence in this reading. There definitely is. This is overcoming obstacles, and much like the phoenix rising from the ashes, you are good enough. This is the full moon in Virgo. And, yes, you are good enough. But I feel like somebody next to this, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Your person, Sagittarius, most likely felt they didn't feel good enough, right? Maybe they had to hurt somebody here, because we see the Ice Queen. No, she is not the mean Ice Queen. No, she's not. And she's not making popsicles either, right? She's crying, and she's looking at her outside. She's crying. She's beautiful. And here's her broken mirror, because her reality has been shattered. So this is what we see that is taking place, or has taken place in this reading. And now we have hold your vision, fixed moon. Hold your vision says go for it. Don't waver on your vision. No. And so this person possibly has reminded themselves that they are good enough, right? It's possible this person is an earth sign or a water sign, because the unicorn is both, I think, fire and air, actually. But the turtle here, the turtle has a huge presence in this reading, and as does the unicorn, right? The first card, which really talks about believing in new beginnings, right? Doesn't it? Yeah, and magical new beginnings. But this turtle is earth and water. Excuse me. It's really interesting how the turtle, for me, who is a magical animal, looks like a reptile. Basically, he kind of does. He has a really hard shell, but he can swim. Yeah. So you got to give him his props, right? Yeah, you do. Give him his accolades, right? And the hold your vision. This is a fixed moon card. Fixed moon energy, right? Which is stable energy. That's what somebody's trying to do here, like hold a stable energy. And this is really to come forward, Sagittarius. A win-win outcome is forecast. These are their cards, these three cards, and we have three cards down here to confirm them and to clarify them. We do. We also have, Sagittarius, which could be, all these oracle cards are about, I believe, either you having some type of an awakening. Maybe, I don't feel like it was as of majorly recent, and it's either about you or this person who has gone through this. And the Great Bear sits here. This is judgment. But this is, in this deck here, right? This is the Wildwood Tarot deck, which is wild and very wise and deep. Yeah. If you're trying to learn how to read cards, this is not a go-to deck. No, it's not. In case, right? I feel like you're getting my drift, right? But this card talks about the inescapable truth, judgment, right? And it's interesting how they say judgment, when God finally comes to earth, and the angels there will be a judgment day, and the good people will go forward. The good people who are passing away or will go forward. That's always been the right. And the people who are bad will suffer, right? And that's very interesting. And that's what this is kind of about, the inescapable truth. Yeah. And let's see what else they have to say about that card, Sagittarius. Yeah. And I don't mean the good people on this earth who have made mistakes. I don't mean that. I'm talking about the people who will stay behind and will be between a physical life. And this is what a lot of people say here, a physical life, and either, either going to heaven or being reincarnated or whatever it is that you believe, those people will be stuck in some type of space that is not a good place, okay? Very uncomfortable, and that is not clear to me exactly what that place will be, but it will not be any rapture or reincarnation. It won't be anything like that. It will be something awful, right? And so those are for the people here who either want to control people. Those are the people who don't contribute, right? They don't provide any service to help people, and they don't genuinely help people, of course, and they don't create anything. They are just they only control, and yeah, exactly. They only seek to control other people, right? So those people will not be able to escape an inescapable truth here. This is very cool, right? Yeah, this is like, and so this is a trip here, fear of death and damnation. Okay, we're not going to talk about that here, but as I said, this is a very deep deck, right? This is a deck for, I believe, somebody cerebral, right? We have renewal and the universal mind. Yeah, this person wants a reunion with you, Sagittarius. I believe they do after like 10 minutes, right? Getting down to the nitty gritty here, right? And the inescapable truth, Sagittarius, is what this is. Cosmic law, yes, reincarnation, you see, the sleep of the just. Nothing is forgotten. The cage of guilt. This could be all these, and I feel like there is guilt here in this reading because this person, you are good enough. They have to remind themselves, come on, you're good enough here. It's possible there is some regret over what they have done to you or over what has happened to you, right? It is possible. We have the wheel of, this is definitely about forgiveness because this is judgment. It is. So, I'm forgiving, all the viewers. Just kidding, right? He could be saying, be quiet, right? Let's see what it says here. Let's see. And this is the wheel reversed. And if anybody has any problem with an extended, please don't write it in the comments because I'm very busy and sometimes the comments get seen days later. Please send me an email. You just send it to powerandlighttarot@gmail.com. Yes, so let's continue here. Now, we have the wheel reversed, Sagittarius, and these people look like they wrote this deck in the 60s, right? Because they got this shirt up here, and it looks a little bit like a kind of a hippie shirt, right? And that's fine. That's, that's beautiful, right? And so here are the little birds next to it, like there's some type of, harmony going here because they're sitting there. They're actually storks, they are, and or pelicans. I have to be honest, I think they're storks, yeah, because of the long, very long legs. But here we have, and there's, this shirt is hanging here kind of on this grid. And the sun and the moon are both in the picture. OMG, right? And so they are parallel to each other. That is, I have yet to see that really. But hey, usually if we see the sun and the moon, both, I believe, the sun is going down and the moon could be faint somewhere else, but definitely not parallel here, right? Never really thought about it entirely, but this is the sun and the moon is here at the same time. And this wheel, let's have a look at the Wheel of Fortune, which showed up in the reverse. And this talks about reincarnation as well, karma and the laws of the cosmos. Yeah, of the cosmos. Exactly. This is about universal law, the cycle of life, and the weaver of fate. This person believes that they want forgiveness here with the great bear. They're showing the bear, Sagittarius, but they could be coming like a kitty cat, right? Or a little birdie, please, right? It's possible in this reading, right? That is yet to be seen, right? But the wheel is here, and this is reincarnation here. This person believes that you guys are from a past life. It's possible, you will be reincarnated and live in another life with them. Maybe, one of you will be a bear and the other one will be a stork over here. I'm not really sure here, but this is the weaver of fate. They believe that you are fate and destiny. Yeah, and without further ado, let's get into the tarot portion. Right? That was a lot, wasn't it, Sagittarius? What time are we at? We're at 15 minutes. You could be saying, OMG, right? Yeah. So let's see what we have, though, for, and this reading is for anybody who resonates with it, because I'm not sure of your chart, right? Yeah, like my chart ruler is Capricorn, and this could be why, I resonate a lot with Capricorn readings. Yes, I do. And so, just because you're a Piscean or an Aries or whatever, this reading could really, especially if you know your chart and you see a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, right? Or, yeah, you have a lot of ninth house energy. Sagittarius is the ninth house, they are. And let's see what we have, you guys. Or Jupiter energy, right? Let's see what we have for Sagittarius. And we have to pull the cards out slowly because of, we see the death card here, which is about reincarnation. It definitely can be. It can be about death and rebirth. And and the Seven of Swords is in this, is here. So this Sagittarius is talking about an escape, and there is an escape here. There's an inescapable truth. Somebody can't hide from the truth anymore, and I feel like simply what it is that they love you. It's, I mean, it's hard for me to be this simple, but and I say that because I feel like I'm, somewhat cerebral, but Sagittarians tend to be use a lot of verbiage. Yes, we do. Here is the Emperor Sagittarius, the Three of Swords. And we have to pull this out, yeah, slowly, because there might be a lot of skin here, right? Yeah. And we can't have that. No. See, we have Six of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Everybody's fully dressed here, right? Let's see, we have Eight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So, when we see the Queen of Swords, you guys, it's not always somebody who's angry. And yes, it can be, especially in the reverse. But interesting, we don't have any reversals here. But, this Queen of Swords is somebody who kind of it can be somebody who's discerning. But discerning is not, it's not typically logical. It is using your insight. Yeah, analyzing is more like, right, is more logical. But the interesting thing is that we've been taught that analyzing is rational, and on some level it is, but it is very irrational in other ways, because when you overanalyze, you can start to feel fear, and oh, what about that, and oh, I didn't do that, and oh my goodness, and that's going to happen. And that's what I mean about having irrational thoughts with analysis. Or trying to just trying to look at things, right? Yeah. So here, Sagittarius, we have the Fool, and this is coming into play. Here's this person coming to you, right? And yeah, and so this is coming into play for you. And in the heart of the matter here, or the overall energy, is the Emperor in this reading. This person's coming forward with courage. There's a little caution. I feel like there probably is, but here is courage. It's not only courage. The Emperor is a little bit deeper. It's not just, hey, I have confidence and this is going to work for me, and here I am stepping into my power. It's not. It's more of an energy where somebody realizes that they have to do that, and they have to take control, and it takes courage to do that, right? This is more of a kind of a planned energy, kind of, yeah, or an intelligent energy, like it's time for me to take control of my life. Here's the Three of Swords with it, and this is crossing here, and there could be a third party here. There could be, because we see the woman with the broken heart here, the Ice Queen, yeah, and she's, her whole life is falling apart here, because we know this because she's crying, and she's holding the cracked mirror here. And that is, her life has been shattered. And I feel like your person realized here that that they have awakened now, and whatever they have decided in the past was not done with their higher consciousness. So it's time to break away from that now and live the truth. And this truth is an inescapable one. It is, right? It's interesting how I love that, because for Sagittarius, we're all about the inescapable truth, right? And some people can't handle the truth. No, they can't. And they start to get nervous and stuff. But, society has set us up for that, has set us up to, it's a fear-based society, right? Where, right away, oh, that's not true. That can't be true, right? Yeah, that type of energy, right? So here, Sagittarius, in the past, though, we see the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is, warm and fuzzy. This person may be a friend of yours, but this is about somebody, and it sits in the past. So this past here, you had a real connection with this person, a warm connection or a friendship connection, or maybe you guys used to crack up at the same things, right? Yeah, maybe you did, right? And so we have the Nine of Swords, and this Nine of Swords, Sagittarius, is uh, this is kind of, this can be what you want or what you are expecting. See, it's interesting how what we want and what we expect, they can be completely two different things, but they can be the same as well, right? It depends, right? So this is just a very, this is a deep reading where I feel like this is what you are expecting here. You could know this person here. You could know that, I know you know them. Here's the Six of Cups. But I feel like what I mean by this is that you could know that this person is upset, and it's possible that they have awakened here, unless they're coming in out of nowhere. And if they are coming in from nowhere, kind of, you haven't seen them in 10 years or something like that. If that is the case, then I will tell you here, this is about them and their energy, and that they are very upset here. Now, this is worry here, and I feel like you are expecting this. Yeah, I feel like you are expecting this person to be worried, and they are, because they here are coming here. They are forecasting a win-win, but look right here. Their overall energy is you are good enough. So this good enough energy is, it comes from usually, well, I didn't feel like I was in the past, something like that. And hold your vision is crossing this person, and they are holding their vision. But this person here is like, they're, here they are going with the flow in their life because they're in love with you. But at the same time, it's like, well, I kind of need to hold up my pants here a little bit, and I need to hold it all together. And then when I get there, I do forecast a win-win. It's not 100%, but you have to kind of give this person kind of like a kind of an accolade here, because they're like, they know it might not work, but they're being very positive. This is kind of like the law of attraction. Well, I'm going to envision that this is going to work. I'm going to imagine that this will work, and I'm going to put out really good energy, and, and just hope that it comes back to me. Yeah, it's really this kind of energy. It's because this person has grown and awakened, I believe, and they understand, grown emotionally and intuitively. Yeah, and they are in their power in that, from that aspect, right? That is the most important aspect. So here they are, hoping everything's going to work out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure here. But kind of a little, a little worried here. Six of Pentacles is in the near future, and the man's giving to two people. Let's have a look at that. We have the Seven of Cups with it. Okay, so I feel like this is more of an imagination here. This is in the near future, though. And this person here, I feel like this is more of, this person has already chose you, and they've chose you because of their growth, their higher consciousness. They're in another place. This person's living a completely different reality than they were before. So now their choices change. The way they see things have changed, right? Their relationships with people has changed, right? Some people are being moved away from their life, and but this is here, Sagittarius. I feel like this is probably your person here who is a little confused here about whether or not they're going to have a give and take relationship with you. But here's the Fool, so here they come anyway, right? Yeah. This, and the Nine of Wands is how you're being affected. And so this means that this person could be in this energy here. This is resilient, and I feel like this is the energy here for this person. Resilient, but kind of beat up here, and trying to protect themselves and get to the 10, right? They're at the 9 right now. This is somebody who's resilient, but feeling uncertain here. And this is what I mean about this energy. It's a great energy in terms of, you know what, I'm uncertain kind of about the future, but you know what, I'm going to give it my best shot. And how you affect this person, Sagittarius, you have laid a burden on them, and I feel like this burden you have laid on them is this inescapable truth that they love you, and now they want to come back into your life. And something has happened here between you both. they could have gone on and married somebody else, or I don't know, took a job on the other side of the earth, and they're like, whoa, I can't live without Sagittarius. There's something here that has gone on that is not being explained fully, because this is about the future and them coming to you, right? The energy is focused there. And the Queen of Swords was showing up in the outcome. Let's look at your hopes and fears, and they are the Eight of Wands. You're hoping for change and growth, and I believe new beginnings, right? And this is, we see all the sprouts here. Things could be quite up in the air for you right now for some. And I mean, what I mean by that is for some, you don't even know they're coming, or you kind of like you're hoping, but you're kind of in suspension, right? The Eight of Wands sometimes can speak of that energy. We see these wands and they are suspended in the air, right? But definitely you're hoping for change. You could be hoping for fast change, Sagittarius, right? Yeah, sometimes Sagittarius can be a little impatient, right? And it's because I feel like part of it is because we can be a little impulsive. I feel like it's because there's a little bit of deepness to the Sagittarius. It's kind of, I feel like there is, right? Where if things become unmeaningful, or if they are a little bit boring, we're just, boom, I can't be here, right? I can't stay at this job, or whatever it is, right? Queen of Swords is in your outcome. And here she is, and she's holding her hand up. You're wondering if this is probably going to happen for you, if this is going to take place. And we have the Fool with it. And you're wondering here. And here's the Fool coming into play here. Now, your person's card, Sagittarius, is you are good enough. We're going to go to the extended. They're all super affordable. And right here, this is their card, you are good enough. Hold your vision is kind of challenging them here because of everything that I have said here, right? A win-win outcome is forecast, the full moon in Libra. Libra is about partnerships, right? And having balance and harmony within a partnership, yeah. And this is what's most important to Librans, right? And, if if a Libra is in a relationship and something's kind of going wrong, they may overlook it. They're not going to pick on it. They're not going to nitpick on it, because in the end, if somebody makes a mistake, they're like, well, we want the most. We're not going to blame somebody for something, because harmony and balance is more important, even if they know somebody's done something wrong. Yeah, and Sagittarian energy is more like, well, you did that wrong, so hey, fess up or something like that, right? But this is more of a harmony is most important. And, also your person here they have the strategy card reversed. So this is, showing up as the clarifier here. And you are good enough as their overall energy with the thinking man. You see, this is them thinking. They're holding this crystal like, well, I want this to happen for me. And hold your vision. The door to value is with it. In other words, their vision here is that you are so valuable with them, like to them, like the door to value. Let me open the door to what I really value in life. And this is Sagittarius. Yeah. Finally, we're getting to something that is not so cerebral, right? And the win-win outcome is forecast for them is the root, Sagittarius. We're going to continue this in a 10-card spread. And, this strategy card reversed, here they are, a win-win outcome is forecast, and it's clarified with the strategy card reverse, which means, you know what? You know what to do. Don't hesitate now. Go, because we have the win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah, your person's having a little bit of a bump here, but here's the Fool coming into play. Yeah, unfolding. We're going to end this. We're also going to have a 10-card tarot spread on them, Sagittarius. We're going to use a different spread where we see their advice and their environment, and also what's working for them, like what is in their corner, how the universe is helping them. We're going to see all that stuff, right? And what they're focusing on. Thanks so much for joining me. The link is below. As I mentioned, they're all super affordable. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.